Okay. Can I start, Miss? Do I start, Miss? Okay, perfect. Welcome to Off-Reach's most anticipated event of the year, Techno Show Season 5. So, what is Techno Show? And what is Off-Reach? I thought I'd start with the humble beginnings of Off-Reach. Off-Reach is an e-learning solution that offers many unparalleled benefits and makes it a premium provider of after-school curricula. We were founded in April 2020 and incorporated as a legal entity in Delaware, United States of America. It is a versatile learning platform that offers education online as well as offline. It was formed with an objective of catering to the growing need of school-age children by introducing them to a wide range of skills and competencies and providing them with the basics, eventually helping them choose a field that they can go on to becoming their career path. A year on, Off-Reach teaches 35 courses in 9 disciples to 85 students and more, guided by a robust team of 20+ trainers and coordinators. Computer gaming and programming has explored the medium since the mid-2000s, when major technological advancements such as increased access to broadband and social media profoundly changed the way games and programs are designed, discussed, and executed. This change has opened the door to new voices and ideas, allowing the medium to break beyond its perceived boundaries and aspire to new horizons. This is Techno Show. Before we continue with this event, let me explain what the Techno Show is for those who aren't in the know. The Techno Show is an exciting opportunity for our young programmers to showcase their wonderful projects live, including their ideas behind making them, resulting in greater presentation skills and giving them the coverage that they need. Firstly, we would like to thank our mentors for taking the time out of their busy schedules to grace us with their presence in this year's most anticipated event, Techno Show Season 5. Introducing our Madam Mentor, Ms. Farah Obaid. Ms. Farah is a software engineer and a teacher of the programming language Java and Net. She's also taught graphic designing, video editing, web design, and digital marketing to countless individuals. She also teaches computer science and ICT to IGCSE and A-level students. Thank you for taking the time out to be with us here today. We are truly honored to have you here. We now call upon Ms. Sara Ansari, who is part of our English department. She is a qualified teacher trainer accredited by the Academics Professional Training, which is recognized by MOE of KSA. She has also professional development certificates from Cambridge, Oxford, and Harvard universities. She is a writing coach and a dynamic and dedicated public speaker who has even awards in speaking engagement and contests in Saudi Arabia. Thank you to the both mentors for joining us today. We would like to hear a few words from our Techno Show Season 5 mentors and your expectations for our participants. Ms. Farah?
Yes. Assalamualaikum. Yes, thank you, Sabiksha, for having me. It's a pleasure being here, and I'm so excited to see everyone's project. I'm sure the kids have made the projects with a lot of zeal and energy, and they are the future coders. So let's start.
Yes, for sure. Before we do start, I would like to hear a little bit from Ms. Sara Ansari, if she's here right now.
I'm not here. You can continue, please.
Okay, so we'll hear a bit about her from later. We would also like to give a special mention to Mr. Abu Bakr, who has put in meticulous efforts to train our participants. Thank you, Abu Bakr. Now, moving on to our eagerly awaiting participants. Starting with our participants who put in tremendous effort into their out-of-the-box projects, I'm duly excited to see what they have on display, and I hope that you all are too. Let's make this yet another successful Off-Reach event. Starting with participant number 1. Will you be sharing the slides, Miss?
Yeah, sure.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Hamza. I am doing Python and my project is about rock, paper, scissors.
Thank you for the enthusiasm, Mohammed. Just give me a second while I introduce you, yes?
Okay.
So participant number 1, Mr. Muhammad Hamza. This 11-year-old prodigy from Pakistan has created a project called Rock, Paper, Scissors based on the programming language Python. You may now present your project.
The reason I created this project is so that the kids around the world can see the fun of coding. So as you can see, if I run this command and write here rock, I lose because paper covers rock. Similarly, if I write here paper, I win because paper covers rock. And if I write here scissors, I lose because rock smashes scissors. I would like to thank to Afreej e-learning to help me showcase my project. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed, for showcasing such a wonderful creation. Now I would like to call upon our mentor, Ms. Farah, to enlighten our participants with her expert feedback.
Yes, Hamza. Can I play this game again?
Sorry?
Yeah, can I play this game again?
Yes.
Can you run it again?
So if I run this and write here rock, the computer will as is selected scissors. So and if I select rock, I smash the scissors.
Right. Okay. And can you run again and select something else like scissors?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I win because scissor cuts paper.
Right. Okay. That's nice. So Hamza, how much time did you take to make this project?
4 days.
4 days. Okay. You enjoyed making it?
Yes.
Wow. And what are the improvements you plan on doing?
I will create it like in a graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm planning to make it a map app.
Mm-hmm. Like an app? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. App that can work on the mobile?
Yes.
Wow, that would be interesting. Right. So as you learn further, you're going to convert this into an app.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, Hamza. Do you want to be a future coder?
Yes.
That's nice. Okay. Okay, Hamza. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you again, Mohammed Hamza, and thank you to our mentor for her insightful critique. Now, moving on to our next participant, participant number 2, Zainab Ashraf. This 12-year-old innovator from India has created a project called Scrolling Shooter based on the programming language Python. You may now present your project.
Hello, my name is Zainab, and this is my project called Scrolling Shooter. I've used PyCharm to create this game, and before I show you how to play the game, I'd like to show you my coding. So first I've used some imports here, like Pygame, and down here we have some coding for the background music, the title for the window, and also some coding for the background image. Down here we have some main coding for our players and our enemy. This is a shooting type of game where the player has to shoot the enemy in order to win. And in the game, there's also 3 lives. So in order to win, you have to try to keep all your 3 lives. And if you lose all 3 lives, then the game is over. There's also bullets, which means you have to click the cursor in order to shoot the enemy. And there's also a score in the game. So for each enemy you shoot, you get 1 score. And we've reached the end of our coding. So now I'd like to show you my game. In order to move the character, you have to you can click the arrow keys or you can click WASD. So right now, I'm just gonna let the enemies get to me and I'm gonna show you what happens when I lose all my lives. This is our player, and like I've mentioned, you can use arrow keys to move your player. And I'm just gonna let the enemies get to me. And let me show you what happens when that does happen. So I'm letting the enemies get to me, and as you can see, I've lost all 3 lives, and the game's over. But my score hasn't gotten up because I haven't shot any of the enemies. But let me show you what happens when you do shoot the enemy. In order to shoot the enemies, you can click the left click, just like that, and the bullets will come out. and you can shoot the enemy. And as you can see, my score goes up because I'm shooting the enemies. A fun fact about this game is that if you continuously shoot the enemies without moving, then the cursor will get really big. As you can see, my score is going up because I'm shooting the enemies. Well, that's all from my project. I hope you liked it. It is a simple game that anybody can play, and I've created this as a shooting game because I enjoy playing such games, and it doesn't require good gaming skills in order to be played. Lastly, I'd like to thank Farman for giving me the opportunity to participate in this season of Techno Show. I hope you liked my project. Thank you.
Wow, Zainab, it truly was an amazing project. I would like to call upon our mentor again to enlighten our participant with a few words about her project.
Yes, and this is really exciting. It's a very nice game you've developed. And what have you used any libraries for it?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. So I've used Pygame here to create it because I'm using PyCharm.
Correct. Right. So that gives the GUI effect to it, right?
Yes.
The graphical interface that you're getting. Right. Okay. How much time did you take to make the whole project?
Around a week and a half.
That's nice. And do you plan to add more features to it?
Yes, I would like to add some levels and make it a bit harder.
Yeah, level would be nice. Like if someone finishes one level and then they shift to another level, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That correct. That would be nice. Yeah. Okay. So and the game keeps on going, or there's a timer that the game will finish after some time.
The game keeps going. There's no timer.
Okay. So and this game is being played by one player, right?
Yes.
So you might add this feature also that two players can play the game, isn't it?
Of course.
That would be good as well, right? That is another feature you can add. And graphically, you can change a little bit. The colors you can change, make it a little more brighter. Overall, it's a lovely game. I really liked it.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you, Zainab.
Thank you, mentor, for your insightful critique. We can see that from your feedback, there's a lot of technicalities involved. Great job, Zainab. Moving on to participant number 3, Huzaifa Khalid. This 14-year-old coder from Pakistan has created a project called Calculator, based on the programming language Python. Huzaifa, you may now present your project.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Huzaifa Khalid, and this is the project I made. It is called Calculator. So this is how it works. I made it to help with my maths equations to solve them. This is how it works. We can choose between add, subtract, multiply, or divide. For example, if we choose multiply, then add any number. It will multiply them and give us the right answer. And if you want to continue, we can just say yes. And it will give us the option again. And we can choose the numbers again. And if you want to stop, we can just say no. And the code will exit with code 0. For this project, Sir Ali Azam helped me to complete this project. And I would like to thank a free e-learning solution to let me present this project. Now back to you.
Thank you, Huzaifa, for showcasing such an amazing creation. I would like to call upon our mentor again to provide some expert feedback on his project.
Yes, Joseph. Very nice project, and I really like the fact that you made it for your own purpose to help you out. This is something very interesting because if you can use coding for your own help, so you can add more features to this. Can you?
Yes, I can add like more than add, subtract, multiply, and divide. I can add other
Yes, Sandra, what
functions.
do you say?
Josefa, are you still with us?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, okay, great. So, mentor, any other feedback? Okay, so I guess we'll move on to the next participant. Thank you, Josefa, for your project, and thank you, Mentor, for your insightful critique. Now we move on to participant number 4, Amir Wasim. This 12-year-old programmer from Pakistan has created a project that is yet again called Calculator. This is based on the programming language Python. Amir, you can now present your project.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ammar Wasim and today my project's about calculator. Here are some of my codes and if I press the run button, I will have 4 options: add, subtract, multiply, divide. I want to do multiplication first. So I'll press number 3 and I will choose any number. 6 multiplied by 6 equals 276. I want to continue my project, so I'll just write yes. I'll choose addition this time and I'll choose any other numbers like 4 plus 4 equals to 8. And I made this project so it will help other people for addition, subtraction, multiplication if they need in maths. And last, let's do another calculation. If I don't want to continue my project, I'll just simply write no. At the end, I would like to thank my sir, Mr. Ali Azam, and a free e-learning solution to letting me showcase my project. Thank you.
Thank you, Amar, for showcasing such a wonderful creation. I would like to call upon our mentor to provide some expert feedback. Since Ms. Farah isn't here, is Ms. Sara able to provide us with some feedback? Oh, okay.
Yes, Miss Host, Ms. Subiksha, absolutely fantastic. What I'm especially intrigued about is what makes our little coders click. How do they get such mature work done, such fantastic work, the motivation that lies underneath? Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. So what I would like to say here is, please keep creating. As a matter of fact, this message is for all the Coda participants that are part of the show today, as well as future participants. Creation is a result of a very good grasp of whatever it is that you've learned. If you didn't have this grasp, you wouldn't be able to translate it into a creation. So hats off to you, and kudos to your teachers and your parents for the support that they provide. And definitely a huge round of applause to our free e-learning platform for making this possible. Yes? So fantastic job, guys. Fantastic job, presenters. And I look forward to seeing more. Back to you, Subiksha.
Thank you, Ms. Sara, for those very insightful words. And thank you, Amar, for your project as well. Now, moving on to participant number 5, Anas Khan. This 16-year-old wonder kid from India has created a project called Hangman. This is based on the programming language Python. Anas, you may now present your project. Anas, are you with us?
I think Anas is disconnected. You may proceed with the next one and then we'll call Anas back again.
Sure. Okay. So since Anas couldn't make it with us here today as of now, I would move on to participant number 6, Nawal Kamran. This 13-year-old mastermind from Pakistan has created a project called Profile based on the programming language HTML. Nawal, you may now present your project.
My project name is called Profile, and I was inspired to make this project as of the Facebook page and how successful it has become. At the beginning of my project, you can see people pages and there are comments written on them as well as images. From over here, from the My Visited Places, when you touch this, you can see a thing that pops up, which shows all the images of where you've been. From when you press this icon over here, it leads you to the notifications area. And once you scroll down to the bottom, there is an option to go back to top. And from here, you can see the friend requests. From here, you people. In this icon, all the notifications have been summarized that the recently one. From this area, you can see the recently friend requests given. And from over here, you can see your profile, which you can edit as well. I would like to thank my teacher and Frigi Learning for helping me make this project.
Thank you, Nawal, for showcasing such an amazing project. I would like to call upon our mentor, Ms. Farah, to provide us with some expert feedback.
Yeah, it's so amazing, this project. The website that you've created, you tried to replicate. Many of the features are the same. This is so amazing. I really like the notification thing. I'm sure it's not an easy thing to achieve. The notification feature is really amazing. And then I really like the interface as well. It's simple and it's, it's not very complicated for a normal person to understand and get to the information. So can you scroll a little bit down, Nawal? Mm-hmm. So you have the social media space. Okay. Okay, that's nice. And what happens when you click on the email icon?
Can chat with you.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what are the languages? Okay, what about this icon, the one before the email one? That is the profile icon.
You can
Okay. Right. Nice. That's really cool. So what have you used to make this website other than HTML?
I use no.
Yes, Nawal, what have you used?
I used Notepad.
Okay. Have you used CSS as well? Have you done any styling? Like any colors or anything? Yes. Okay, that's nice. I think you have used a little bit of CSS and as well as JavaScript over here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Nawal, thank you so much.
Thank you, Nawal, for showcasing such a wonderful creation. You are the Mark Zuckerberg of Outreach. Thank you, mentor, again for your insightful critique. And we may move on to participant number 7, Samiullah Tahir. This 16-year-old.
Anas is here, Sabiksha. You may invite him first. Yeah. Anas?
Sure. So back again to participant number 5, Anas Khan. This 16-year-old genius from India has created a project called Hangman based on the programming language Python. Anas, you may now present your project.
Anas, you're on mute. Mhm. Anas, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, sorry. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Anas Khan, and today I would like to show you my project that I made with Visual Studio Code Python called the Hangman. Before showing you, I want to talk about the theme that I added to my project, because originally when I started this, it felt dull and boring. So I want to like spice it up a bit. So I decided to add dinosaur theme to it, where you need to guess the names of of our prehistoric animals to complete the game. Now, to start it, first you just press the start button, and when the game starts, you first need to type your name, like here. Then it say, "Hello, Anas. It's time to play the Hangman game Dino version." Then we need to guess the names of these selected words that I selected. For example, if I type Triceratops, it shows wrong. And if you guess wrong, then the project will give you hints on what the dinosaur is. But as you can see, the hint, it is the Velociraptor. So if I type, it means I won. And to end the game, you simply just type end.
Anas, can you
And that's
zoom
my
a
project.
little bit more towards the screen? Yes.
Oh,
But the
sorry.
yeah, the output screen. Yes. Okay.
And
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, Anas, continue.
okay, and thank you. Sorry. Before I want to end, I want to thank my mentor and for helping me with Python. This is my very first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to improve on it and to see how far I can go with Python. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, Anas, for showcasing such a wonderful creation. Hope you had a lot of fun with your first Python project. I would like to call upon our mentor to give us some enlightening feedback about his project.
Yes, Anas, I really like it, and the features you've added to the your project. What other improvements can you do? Have you thought of any improvements or anything else you'd be adding to this project soon?
Well, first I wanted to add a visual to it. For example, maybe the figure instead of the hangman, it could be like a prehistoric creature. And I want to also add more names like dinosaurs and all that. And I also wanted to make it more interactive, like um, how like you can have your own avatar as one of the players and show emotions, like whether you win or lose, you can guess right or wrong. Want to add some more like a point based game, all that.
Yes, score
And I
also
also want
you can add. Yeah, points. Yeah.
like a full-fledged game. This is
Mm-hmm.
my first one, so
Right.
I want to
Right,
improve
that
more.
would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I really like the theme that you've added. that gives a little personal touch, and it becomes more attractive to people when there's a theme, because they anybody who likes dinosaurs, they would like to go and play your game. So yes, theme-based game would be a good idea. Hangman is a common game, but when you add the theme to it, so it becomes more attractive for the user to download and play your game. Okay, that's good. Anas, I think you just started your Python career, so inshallah, I can see a lot of potential. You will definitely be a very good coder very soon, inshallah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Anas, for your project, and thank you, Mentor, for your insightful critique. Now I pass on the baton to my co-host, Abdurrahman, to continue with the rest of the Techno Show.
Thank you, Subeksha.
Thank you very much. And without further ado, I'd like to move on to our seventh participant, named Samiullah Tahir, who's 16 years old, and whose project goes by the name of AI Learns Flappy Bird, or is it AL, actually? And the programming language that he uses is Python.
Excuse me, sir. I am his brother, so he is right now having a Assalamu alaikum. My name is Samula, and today the project that I'm going to be presenting is Flappy Bird Learn AI. So let me just share my screen. So this is all of the coding. So this is a nostalgic mix of the game Flappy Bird. It's a very old game with the new trend AI augmented. So this is going to revolutionize game automation. Now, what happens when I run this? It's basically gonna create generations for the AI, which in turn will allow it to build upon itself and evolve. Through evolution, it will keep on going and running, and it will go through the process of trial and error. It will keep trying, and it will keep on repeating. So this is like all of the code. It took a long time, and the modules that I used were Pickle, Visualize, Neat, Time, OS, and GraphWiz to show. So this is, can you see it? Can you guys see it?
We can only see your recording screen, Samyullah.
Now can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah. So as you can see, this is generation 3, and there's only one live. Let me just restart it for you again so you can see it. So we're gonna create a new generation. Now this is generation 0, and there are right now 50 alive. Now 30, 10, and 0. So it's lost. But now it's going to evolve and learn. This also uses the Python extension Neat, which helps in making the AI learn. Basically like a very big module and in a very big library. So now generation 2, and there's only 3 alive. So the score keeps increasing every time it passes the pipe. And that will be all, because it can carry on for a long time. I would like to thank Afreej e-learning for helping me present my project. And yeah, thanks. That will be all.
Thank you very much for presenting your wonderful project. I'd now like to call upon our mentor, Ms. Farah, for her feedback.
Yes, very nice, Samyullah. Can you share your screen again? I would like to see the playing mode, please.
The playing mode means we don't play the
Yes.
game. The AI plays the game. We can play the AI plays the game.
Oh, you are not playing it. It's AI
No,
that
I'm
is.
not playing. The AI plays it. So
That's
that's
what
how
I'm
it's
thinking. Where is the AI portion of it? Okay.
Yeah.
So AI is detecting. Yeah, can you show that screen? So the AI is
Yes.
detecting the obstacles and it is
Yes.
moving. And what about this generation thing? I did not understand.
Yeah, it learns from trial and error.
Mhm.
The-
Mhm.
so it learns like not to go near the pipe
Uh-huh.
or touch the top or bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now, right now, the generation is 1. Means what? When the
Yes.
generation is
So
1.
it's the first generation. They haven't evolved much. As it keeps on dying, the generation increases. So when there will be 0 birds alive, a new generation will come, which will be better than generation 1. So like generation 100 will be better than generation 50 by a lot because
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Right.
it has evolved more. But I don't think it will go to generation 100 because by then it will have learned.
Hmm. Correct. Okay. So there are 3 alive. Right. There I can see.
Yes.
Yes, they are moving, and there are 3 alive. So what happens after some time? The score is 24. The score is 25 now.
So
Okay. Score
there are
keeps.
many things. There are many things that can happen. It can keep on going forever. Right now, all the
Hmm.
birds will die
Hmm.
because as it goes on, it gets progressively difficult.
Hmm. 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 I think they've
So
already
the birds
learned.
might die and they'll get to a new stage. But it's gonna take a lot of time.
Hmm. See, they keep on going. That means they've learned already, right?
Yes, I'm
Mhm.
going to make it more difficult.
How are you going to make it more difficult? What are you going to add?
I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add snakes so they eat the birds. They're gonna jump out of the pipes
They're going to come out of the
randomly.
pipes
Yes.
randomly. So then these birds have to not touch them also, is it? Like they will die if they touch them, is it?
So no, they go on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's really nice. Wow. I like the presentation as well, the colors and all. Very nicely done. Good, Samyala.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your insightful feedback. Next up, I would like to call upon our 8th participant, Abdul Hadi, who's 11 years old and whose project title is Dice Roller. The programming language in which he is used is Python.
My name is Abdul Halkaya, so I would like to share my project with you, which is named as Dice Roller. So as you can see over here, I have used important random to randomize every dice it comes. So as you can see, there are many dices in the starting of it. As you come down, we can see of how many for groups are used. At least 3 are used, and each of them is randomized so that we do not know which one is coming. And as we progress, it shows us how many dice we want and how many sides we want. So I will now run it for you. Now it's asking how many dice we want. We want at least, let's just say 89. That's too much. Okay, how about 5? And now how many sides we want? It says like how much range. Since there are 6, we can reduce it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as I want 4, here it tells C, as you can see, there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and therefore it is not going above than 4, and the total are 16. Thank you. And now I would like to thank the Freeze Learning for helping me produce this project to you guys again. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon our mentor once again for her feedback.
Yes, Abdul Hadi, a very nice and very different game, I would say. Abdul Hadi, can you run it again? How many dices? There are 5 dices, and how many number of dices do you want? Okay. Yeah, can you run it again? What happens when you run it again?
It's
We say we have 3 dices.
we can 3 dices.
Mhm.
How many sides?
5, it would work.
Yes.
So total.
Yes, Miss. It also shows that it does not go above than 5.
Number of sides. Okay, it doesn't go above than 5. Right. Okay. So this 8, it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Right. Interesting. Okay. Let's run it again. Let's see what happens. Suppose we get number of dices are 6. And the number of sides are 4. We got the total of all of them. Wow, that's nice. That's cool. Right. Okay, that's good, Hadi. So what are you going to do to improve the code? Any features that you're going to add?
Till now, I'm thinking for it, but I'm thinking to add more than 6 since there are only 6, and this is not a real this is not a real cube, so I can add as many as I want. So I will like make it more than 6 as more than 12.
Right. Okay, that would be good. And what if you make this graphical? Like the dice is rolling and all, it would look nice, right? If it's graphical. And you can also change the name of the project and make it a little more interesting, isn't it? Because name attracts the user, right? So that they download and play your game, right? Okay, good job, Hadi. Very nice.
Thank you very much, Miss, for your insightful feedback. Next up, I'd like to call upon participant number 9, Sayyida Zainab, who's 12 years old, and her project title is Snake Game. The programming language that she had utilized is Python.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I've made a snake game in Python. Before playing the game, I would like to show you some of the codes. So this coding over here makes the snake move. So for example, if you use the key W, you'll go up. And if you use the key S, you'll go down. If you use the key A, you'll go left. If you use the key D, you'll go right. Now, the coding over here is for the title and for the color. The background color will be light blue and the title will be Snake Game by Zainab. This coding over here is for the head. For example, the head shape will be square and will be green in color. This coding is for the snake's food, which shows that the food shape will be circle and will be light pink in color. So now I would like to run the game for you and show. As you can see on the screen over here, this is the score and this is the high score. Every time you eat this food, the high score will be 10.
Anna, we cannot see your screen, the other screen. You can either share multiple screens or just reshare again.
Yes, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, this is the score and this is the high score. Whenever you eat the food, the high score, the score, there will be 10 added to the score. So now. Yes, so as you can see, when I'm eating the food, the snake goes faster. And if I hit the border, the game will restart again. I would like to thank Alafreech e-learning and my teacher Ali Azam to help me make this game. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon our mentor once again for her feedback.
Yes, and a very nice game. It's an old game that I used to play a lot, and I'm very excited to see this game. And can you run it again?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Zainab, what if the circle touches the the snake, the green one, touches the circle? Is it the food?
Yes, the pink circle is the food.
Yeah, right. Okay, so show me what happens when when the
Yes,
snake.
the snake goes faster.
Yes, and it is becoming more longer as well, right?
Yes.
It is becoming longer, right, right, right. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, okay. And as soon as it touches, the game is over, right? So you could have added.
Yes,
You
it
could have
restarts. Yeah.
It's restart. So you could have added one line or a prompt here that the game is over, isn't it? Right? So
Yes.
that the user knows, okay, the game it touched these sides. That's why the game is over, right? Okay. So that's very nice, and the score is the highest score can be 50. Okay.
Yes, it can be more than 50.
It can be more than 50.
Yes, my last high score in the last game was 50.
Last high score was.
Yes. So that's why it's displaying 50.
Okay, okay, right. Okay, that's good. Good job, Zainab. I really like it.
Thank you very much, Miss, for your insightful feedback. Next up, I'd like to call upon participant number 10, Muhammad Ibrahim Sajjad, who is 10 years old and whose project title is Snake Game. The programming language he's used in this project is Python.
Hello to all. My name is Muhammad Ibrahim Sajjad, and I made this snake game for a lot of reasons. But one of the main is to show you how useful Python can be in creating stuff. So first, I would like to tell you how the game works, and then I'm gonna showcase it. First, we're gonna import three libraries: title, that will be used for the GUI; time, for the what do I say, the score; and random for just randomizing the position. The First of all, we will have a variable score and high score to 0. Then after that, we'll be starting our screen using our title variable. This will be the title and the background color. Then we'll make the snake head using our uh, title variable. Same goes for the snake food. Then after that, we will write a score and high score with this font. After this is all the functions of going left, down, up, and right. After that, we have our keyboards W, A, S, and D for moving left, right, up, and down. Then this is our main loop. So this is our main loop to check if the snake is in collision with border. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna yeet our segments out of the screen, and then we're gonna clear them, reset our score, and do everything all over again. Right now, I would like to showcase our game. As you can see, this is a snake here, and this is the food. If I go up, as you can see, my snake is expanding, and it goes to a random position. And if I died, oh no, I lost all my score, and my latest highest score will be 30. And as you can see, if I go to 40 and crash into myself, that I'll show you in a moment. Wait. Like basically, if we crash into ourselves, we will again lose. And then I would like to thank my teacher Ali Azam, who helped me make this addicting and amazing project, and for a free e-learning to let me join the Techno Show and show this project to all of you. Thank you.
I would like to call upon our mentor once again for her feedback. Miss, your mic is muted.
Yeah. Yes, Ibrahim. As I told you, it's my favorite game. So it's always exciting for me to see students making this game. And I can see you have a good understanding of the code that you've made. And you've used the libraries well to make it more graphical. And what happens if, what were you saying, if the snake touches itself, then also it will die, is it? Maybe when it becomes longer, then it happens, is it?
Yeah.
Hmm? Right, okay. So that's another complicated thing you've added, like it gives your game more challenging. It becomes more challenging for the user to play your game, right? One thing is if it touches the side, the game is over, and if it touches itself also, then the game is over. Is it, Ibrahim? Is it the case?
Yeah, that it is the case. So that if they're not conscious about playing and uses a bot first needs to learn how the game will work. So sometimes if we will take these segments are invisible and try to go over it. So
Hmm.
so this is used to make it anti-automatic, and the person has to say away on what they're doing, so that
Right.
nobody can cheat upload and get to 1 billion high score and break my record.
Right, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, right. So any other features that you're going to add? You've added the score also. Anything else
Yeah,
that you
as you can see, I have already a 2.0 version, but I'm not going to showcase this. Why? Because again, it's in beta, and second of all, you might be asking, why do I have two versions? So that every time I'm done updating, I can come back and see where I started and how far I came, and what can I improve.
That's cool. That's cool. You've already started making another version for it. That's really amazing. Wow, Ibrahim. I can see you can. What is your plan ahead? Making a lot of games, uploading it on.
Yeah, my journey started back in 2019, and once I started coding with my teacher Ali Azam, I could make amazing games. So I give a huge thanks to him. He's an amazing teacher who I'm sure can teach many people in the future amazingly.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, Brian. I'm so happy for you. Best of luck for your next project. I want to see what you're going to present in the next Techno Show. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm packed full of ideas, and I can't wait to show it in the future.
Wow, that's exciting.
Thank you very much, Miss, for your insightful comments. Last but not least, I'd like to call upon participant number 11, Walid Muhammad Tariq, who's turning 14, and his project name is Library Management System. The programming language in which he's used is Python.
Assalamu alaikum. So this is my project, library management system. So it has 4 different windows. So the first window is the login window. So I can just enter my name, the last, and then the student ID. And then I can enter the password. So password is protected, so nobody can, see it from the back. And when it's stolen the password, also it goes like the multiplication sign. So nobody can, if he or she access the database, so they cannot copy the password. Then I can enter the phone number. So now I can submit. So the sign up was successful. Now I'm redirected to the login screen, so I can enter the you know, the credentials, so the password. Now I can press login. So now you can see that now I'm inside the library. So these are the books which are available. So there are 4 books and each book has different number of copies. So I can just enter the start time, let's say 12 o'clock. And I can enter the time of submission, the end time. And then now I can enter the book ID. Let's say I want this book, 123, book ID, book 1. 123, and I can enter my student ID. I can press borrow. So it says that, oh, sorry. Okay. So now it says the book is borrowed. Now I can try to borrow some other book. Let's say this one. So I can just press enter the time. And then I can enter the book ID. Let's say this one, book number 3. And I can change the end date, let's say to 25th. And I can go to and enter my student ID. Now I can borrow the book. So now I can log out from here, or I can borrow more books as much as I want. Let's say the book number this again. If I try to borrow any book which I already have, so I borrowed this book, book 3, in the last transaction. So I can try again. So you can see that it denies because I already have the book. So this also increases, the security because no student can take 2 books. I can also see that how many books I have. So I borrowed 3 books, all with the book title, the start date, start time, and end date and end time for each book. So thank you for offering e-learning solutions. And this is my project. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon our mentor once again for her feedback.
Yes, Walid, this is really interesting. First of all, I would like to ask you, how did you come up with this idea?
This idea was a project that I was thinking that because libraries are, that they have many books and arranging the books is very difficult, or finding a specific book is difficult. So this makes it easier to, find the book that I can just see which books are available, or I can search the books which I want with the name. So this is not available in the physical library. So that's why this helps in, keeping track of how many books have been transacted or which student is taking which book. So this also increases the safety that nobody can, take 2 books, or can take a book and then forgets to give it back.
So do you plan to propose this system to your school administration?
Yes, but I will do some changes like moving it all to, a database rather than creating different files. And because every time a student logs in with a new account, it creates a different separate file. So to change that, I will make it to complete in one file, and then maybe give it to the school.
Yeah, this was my next question. What is the backend? How are you storing the data? So you're storing the data in files, is it?
Yes. So once the user has signed in, so the data is being saved in a different SQL table. So the table is storing the data with different students. When the student logins, it opens this window and shows the books available in the library, which has been added by the admin. Then when the student tries to, borrow a book, it creates, if there is no, he's borrowing a book for the first time, so the program creates a new Excel file which stores the books that he has transacted, and the file is also created with the student ID. So there can not be 2, same student IDs.
Same student ID. Okay, so this is how you're restricting it. So basically, these are Excel files that are storing the data, is it?
Yes, miss.
Right. Okay, so you need to shift this to a database.
Yes.
That's the thing, right?
That will, increase the data storage will decrease then.
Yes, and this is the
Because
typical way of doing it because these type of systems, the library management system and all these systems that we have are basically they are called the database management systems,
yes,
DBMS, right? So there has to be a database at the back end. And this Excel does not, you achieve the task nicely. But again,
right.
if you try to expand it or if you try to make it implement it in a real life situation, it will not work nicely, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah, you need to learn about the databases and to learn about how to put a query to the database using SQL and
yes.
yeah, connecting your Python program to
Python.
the database, right? Okay, that's really amazing. Very good effort and very unique project, I would say. And
Thank you.
best of luck. I would like to see an improved version as well. Whenever you improve it, just do send it to me. I would like to
Okay,
see
Miss
how it
Inshallah.
is. And you can also work on the interface. Your interface is GUI, but you can make it more
Yes,
attractive. You
attractive,
can
real life.
Yes, yeah, right. Like you have these things, but you can put a little bit of instructions here so that it's easy for the user to understand what to do where.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ali. Yes,
Thank you very much, Miss, for your insightful feedback. And I'd also like to thank all of the participants for joining here today and showcasing their wonderful projects. And I would also like to call upon our mentors just one last time so that they can give their thoughts and opinions on the Techno Show.
yes, thank you so much, Abdurrahman, for hosting this show. And Subeksha has left now. Thank you, Subeksha, for hosting the show. You both are amazing at hosting it. And I am so happy to see all the projects, all the participants have made such nice projects, and I can see they have the motivation and um, the interest in improving their projects. And I'm sure every participant watched the others displaying their projects, so they got different ideas. So after this show, I'm sure they will work on something more interesting for the next one. We will have the next Techno Show very soon, within 2 to 3 months. So start preparing for the next Techno Show. You can make new versions, as one of the participants said. They want to, he's already started working on the 2.0 version of the project. So yeah, keep doing it. Coding is all about practice. The more you practice, the more good you are at it. So keep doing and keep coding every day. I can see a lot of potential in you all, and I would be so happy to see you all as big coders in big companies, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Farah. Is Ms. Sara available?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Waalaikum
First of
assalam.
all, thank you very much, Ms. Farah, for conducting such a tremendously beneficial session. Platforms like these are irreplaceable, and I commend the efforts that Ms. Farah has put in to conduct this on a regular basis. As a regular feature, something we all look forward to in terms of our feeds. I can't think of a parallel to the Techno Show where every single child has a potential to be a star. So moms, and if your child is an enrollee in our Outreach, remarkable. If your child has participated in the Techno Show, extra remarkable. Because platforms like these are rare to find. Not only does give your child new incentives, but also gives your child the boost that they need in order to take their creations further. And yes, I'll repeat again, creations are one single best way of determining the learning, learning in terms of what has happened, learning in terms of where your children stand, and learning in terms of taking the curve further. So we do not want our children to sit in courses only. We want them to be able to do things as a result of sitting in those courses. So this is where the school leaves off and our Afrij comes in. By giving your children and my children the opportunity to perform, to consistently outdo themselves, I think we've come a long way. Absolutely remarkable, absolutely astounding, absolutely beneficial. Children, today you were stars, but this story doesn't end here. You're going to become better stars, inshallah, with consistent input and consistently pushing yourself towards your next set of goals. So to the participants here who thought they're going to make better things and come back, absolutely fantastic. That's the way to go. To the others, please think of what else you can do, even if it means taking what you've created tonight further. As far as inputs have been remarkable, she's a tech expert. She's asked you questions that are deliberately intended to guide you in a very subtle and motivating manner towards the next steps. So I hope you've noted the feedback that you've received, because this is going to come in handy as you participate in the next Techno Show. But not just that, also as you take your creations to the real world. Because in the real world, we need you guys to perform. The problems of the current world have every bit to do with you. You are the future. And you are the ones that are going to bring sustainable solutions. And this is exactly what you've just started to do. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to all the computer teachers that have made this possible. And once again, to Mr. Obed, congratulations. Yet another in your caddy. Thank you very much. And back to you, Abdurrahman.
Thank you, Ms. Sara. You've always been there, and your support and your contribution to the Academy has really elevated the whole our motive and our mission towards a better future for the kids. And thank you, Abu Bakr. What would you like to say, Abu Bakr? Thank you so much for training the students. You're always there to give time to the students to train them. What would you like to say? How did you see how are the projects presented to them?
Honestly speaking, everyone has done a marvelous job presenting their projects. And inshallah, in near future, everyone's going to do
Presented really well. That's because of you. They were presented in a nice format. You train them well to present it nicely. And we can't forget the contribution of the teachers. They work really really hard. We have Sir Saklan with us, who's been with us since more than 2 years now. Miss Memuna is there, Miss Gulmina, Miss Namra, Miss Sidra, Sir Ali, one of the favorite teachers of many students. So I'm sure we also have Miss Samina with us as our computer teacher. So Alhamdulillah, we have a good team now, and I can see that they have spent a lot of time with the students, a lot of efforts to bring up these projects, and I'm glad that students understand what they are presenting. That is very important. And the the keenness of coding. This is something, the love for coding has been instilled in them. That is something really important at this stage. Once you love coding, you are going to, keep practicing for it. Yes. Thank you, Abdurrahman, for your time. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Farah and Ms. Sara, once again for your wonderful remarks. And before we officially wrap up, can everybody turn their cameras on? Do we need to take a group picture again, or is it
Yes,
fine?
I think it's okay because we took it in the beginning. Now I can see some participants have left, so I think it's fine. Any of the participants would like to say anything?
May I say something?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Well, people ask me how my more motivation is. Example, you have a candle and a lighter here. A candle has a spike, and then the lighter is beside it. The spark comes out. The what do I say? The lighter will always put it back up. And basically, the lighter is my motivation, and the spike is me. So every time my motivation goes down, the lighter will bring it back up.
Wow, that's so nice. That's so cool. That's a very good example you've given. Good, good. Anyone else would like to say anything?